Welcome everyone to another edition of Smacked Up Wrestling right here on the channel, where you get to hear all our rants about wrestling during the week and all the top stories that's happening. As always, I am joined by the greatest heel of all time, Martin.
Hello.
And I'm joined by the German rising superstorm himself, Flo.
Whee!
And the queen of the ring, the queen of Bullet Club, Kirsty.
Hey.
And I forgot to introduce myself because I'm Will.
Right. Before we get started, I want to make an apology about last week. Very sincere one at that. I said Bray Wyatt was a tranny.
You did?
I didn't mean that. What I meant to say was that Bray Wyatt is a young white man who thinks he's possessed by an old black woman.
The Conjuring?
Actually, I was thinking, some fucking idiot wrote it, because Bray is about the furthest away you can get from an old black woman.
Well, I was actually going to bring that up because
I'm Abigail.
this house is cleaned.
Oh lordy!
I watched.
Just wait. See next week. Next week you'll put on fucking Raw, and all you're going to hear is Thomas.
Thomas. I watched that, right? Because taking the two shows over, because there's so much to fucking talk about. In general, like the Go Home show, the Shield was that was the best part for that.
The Shield's the only important thing.
Aye.
The part for that, I couldn't give two fucks about the rest. But when I seen, obviously, Sister Abigail and... so when we seen the Sister Abigail section and then Pumpkin Finn Balor.
What the fuck, man? Like, Jack Skellington used to be fucking Pumpkin King, and now Finn is.
It is.
I always liked that Finn's face paint changed. Even when he was Devitt, it was always different. And then...
Aye, I know, but it was cool. It wasn't like, don't need to paint myself orange and look like a fucking prick.
It was. I didn't like it either.
The pumpkin thing, I love, like, everybody knows my like, International Cosplay Day is my day. But there was just something, it was really phony. Like, it was really
and shite. It's like they're trying to make Finn look like a fucking idiot.
It's a Halloween figure. That's what it is. It's a Halloween figure.
Aye, you're right.
I'm not even that mad that it's just a pumpkin Halloween figure thing. But how they made that his demon face on the Titantron and like, what the fuck was that?
It was so fucking bad. And that's
see the change as well. See the first week for the Sister Abigail.
I was going to say, sorry, they changed his voice again.
Yeah, I noticed that.
The digitalisation of it, and no, I hate it. No, I really fucking hate it.
I just hate it equally both times.
Actually, his voice this week sounded a lot like Paige. And I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Sorry, that's the furthest away from an elderly black woman you can get, Paige.
She's as white as fucking Casper.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not. It's not even that. Going into the fucking the pay-per-views, a Go Home show. I just couldn't give two fucks. It's the Shield. That's all you care about is the Shield, and Big Daddy Kane shows back up from his fucking mayor run.
His last run, isn't it?
He's final run.
Talk is it's about a month. He's 50. Let him have his wee thing. Put him in a few tag matches.
Because he's running for mayor or
that
something.
Fire showed up.
Aye, he is.
Aye. Like, when the wee fire icon showed up and obviously the music cut, I was like, oh shit, Kane. And then he crawled out and it was his 20th anniversary. So I was like, do you know what? Of course we needed a Kane spot. It was just how thrown together is this team. It's so obvious that they're only putting the Shield back to put the Shield back. It's so
Aye, I know.
We'll put Kane in there, we'll put Braun in.
Kirsty, we said it last week, it was a panic button. They've pressed the panic button. I mean, there was a Facebook page, and fuck me how these guys are always rang. And it's actually good when people prove them fucking rang, and it's like, no, fuck it, here you go, look at this. The usual. Look at the picture here of the empty seats. A guy was there at the event and he goes, oh, well, look where I am, and it's the exact same picture. The place was full. They're getting these pictures when it's like, see the pre-match when it's Superstars or main event. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, come on, fuck. And even some of the reporting is absolutely bollocks. And it's like, as soon as I seen that, it's like, oh, fuck off, no again. But they have filled the arenas, and then it's panic button, get the shield. Even at that, there's talk of another T-shirt. I don't know if this is fake, but I love it. See if this is legit, I'm buying it. It's the Three Hounds of Justice, right?
Aye.
And it says, "Who needs a club when you can have a family?" And
no, that was just a fan made.
Is it fan made? Oh, bastard! Because I would buy that.
I'm not even slightly surprised.
I would buy
that.
It
was because Rebel that phones in sometimes, he sent it to me, and I was like, "Is this a T-shirt I can buy, even if it's on like some obscure?" Did somebody make this? He's like, "No, it's just a fan made."
You probably do. You want to laugh, Kirsty? You probably could get that made. See,
I could
easily, aye.
Could just print out take the picture out of the photo and then put it on a black T-shirt for me.
I think you should.
Might as well. Maybe better than WWE, mate.
I know.
I want that blue one with the shield.
I like it as well.
I still have my Hounds of Justice. I still have my Hounds of Justice T-shirt for way back when, but I want this one too, which is awful because I'm complaining that they're just throwing the shield back together, but I'm still going to give them my money for that T-shirt. But I'm not ordering it the new because see when Seth came back, I had to wait 6 weeks for them to actually print that fucking T-shirt that they had up on the website. I was like, well, why is it there then? Why am I waiting 6 weeks?
To take their money because they want it.
It's money.
It's a
Kirsty,
joke.
Kirsty, you
were
ranting all over the place in our group chat about why is this just Roman's entry song at the end? What
they done the thing?
No, they done
this. And then let me speak, please.
Last time a German was stopped from speaking, it didn't end well.
And then this week, Echo.
Aye, they done to see it. Trust me. Because I got a message from Martin, I got a message from my pal Georgia, I got a message from Rebel, all you saying, are you watching Raw? And I'm like,
are you satisfied?
Here comes the big dong!
See, the thing is,
that was so fucking
the only thing,
no, but
Jesus.
Kirsty, I'm going to agree with you. I'm actually going to agree with you in this because I didn't like the entrance.
What, the Shield entrance?
Yep.
Or the Roman entrance?
Oh no, of course I don't like Roman, but now when they came back out as the Shield...
Oh, fuck off, I popped.
No, I popped! I did pop, but what I mean is, I liked it and they came out as a separate, because what I loved, and I love the crowd for this, it's like, they cheered, there's the Shield, they cheered like fuck, there's Seth and Dean, cheered like fuck, there's Roman, booed like fuck. I love it, it's fucking brilliant.
Roman's whole thing was cheered, even his mad ooh-ah
He was
thing.
cheered like fuck.
But he was ed as fuck. Where did you get booze from?
Did you know
where the fuck
there
were
was
you
some booze?
There was always going to be some booze. But 90% of the people that you were Roman were off of this.
I'd say like 60-40. I'd go 60-40.
Like
I'd say you've exaggerated that.
Oh, no.
The whole story coming out of this week's Raw was, holy shit, how over is Roman as part of the Shield? Like, Roman said as fuck. None of us want to...
He was over anyhow. It doesn't matter where you look at it. He's the top guy.
He's over with the young kids, but not with everyone else.
No, but see the fact we boo him.
In time, Roman's the shit.
No, but see the fact we boo him, he's still over. See, that's the thing. Martin.
I mean, as a babyface, he's getting shielded. Is what I mean. Like he's super elderly, like proper babyface.
What I was meaning is over, right? And Martin, you agree because remember me and you always said this. Take Emma, prime example. See if there's no reaction. That's the worst you can have. If they're booing you out the fucking building, you're over because they don't like you. That's it. They don't like you, so they're going to.
But then, wait, there's an exception to this. There's the X-Pac exception, which should be really named the Jinder Mahal.
That's the Jinder Mahal.
Because he's getting booed, but not because nobody, likes or nobody's into him being a heel. It's just because nobody wants to see him. And we'll rant about him shortly.
Oh yeah.
But my point was, I worked. One of the many things I listen to about wrestling a week mentioned this. Who was it again? Why of them makes music or something? He's like, if you like to the untrained ear, Roman's entrance and the Shield entrance are the exact same. He's like, but if you actually break it down, he's like, Roman's is a lot slower, like a good bit slower. And I was like, that's why I don't like it. The WWE
rule is slow version of a theme's the heel theme.
Yep. Austin.
You know.
Remember not-
Exactly.
Aye.
That's a great example because when he first did his big heel turn, you got the
Oh, I hated it as well, but it was
That was the point.
That was the point.
And Del Rio,
And
a more recent example,
The
when
Rock.
he was a baddie at that. Aye, well, the Rock's one was
The Rock's
fucking hilarious.
I
But
loved that one. I know that the Hollywood version. I loved that.
it was amazing.
It's coming. It's fucking brilliant. I love that entrance. But I know you're right. Do you know what I mean? It's like the slower the song, he's a heel. So of course he was a heel, but it's like, fuck it, he's still over. More over than a fucking champion.
He doesn't
Yeah,
need to
but
go
no,
away.
you're getting-
He's got actual heat.
Yeah,
There we go.
I don't know, like, as a fangirl of the Shield, like, as I say, I'm a faction whore. Seeing them coming out, and I know it's all nostalgia, but seeing them come out in their proper vests and like, but Dean looked really awkward wearing cargo pants as opposed to paint on jeans, and I was like, you have more room. Like, what's the
You stop staring at his crotch, you.
Maybe he just likes his giblets being all
I was
squashed.
going
I
to
don't
say
know.
that. Maybe he likes his boxers
those
squashed up
confession
against his
pants.
balls.
The boxers he wears underneath the cargo pants do not negate.
There's
can still
Kirsty
wear
like, no, the dick can move.
Kirsty's
a bit.
complaining
Oh.
because it's no squashing his
I know,
package.
that's it. Basically, that Kirsty can't get a good look because
That's
I was
definitely
reading
not true.
before we
So
even.
that he was wrestling weird. It's penis.
I mean, because like even.
I we know.
I mean the ends. See, like the cruiserweight. How much is
I'm not the
that?
one that mentioned this.
I was going to say, how much is the cruiserweight fell in its arse now? Did you
Really?
notice
No,
that?
you're paying attention.
Exactly.
See, to be fair, but like for the first time ever, like for a long time, we've had more than 1 2-minute fucking cruiserweight match. There seems to be more than one
No, that-
storyline going on.
I mean, but that's
And
true.
They reintroduced them, like what they haven't done for ages. It had a last week on 5 Live, this happened, and then go into a segment. Because for the most part, nobody's got a fucking clue what's going on in 205 Live.
But that, no, but
So
what,
why should we care?
No, but what I was
Having
meaning
this
by the
package
sense,
here-
by the sense of care, right? Of course, like fucking 205, we don't really give a fuck about. But what I was meaning, like, see, like with the carry on with Neville and all that shit, and obviously fucking Enzo's using it as a story. It's a story, right? But
Aye.
obviously, it looks like he's away, and it's kind of like the same reasons as Austin Aries, because from what I've been reading, he's not been happy since January and how he's valued in the company. And
there's also been the rumour of apparently the reason Austin Aries was raging was a big chunk of money comes for the DVD sales on WrestleMania.
Aye,
and
they
their
cut that off it for no reason.
They
aye,
cut their match for
and
absolutely no
their
reason,
match was
so-
their match was brilliant. It
It was one of the highlights of the whole
Aye.
show.
And
Aye.
instead, what we
Like,
got because of the whole women's revolution, and I'm not trying to thing with that because some of the women's matches are epic. They're sometimes better than the guys, but that SmackDown one was one of the most horrendous fucking things I've ever seen. That last hour of WrestleMania was a fucking write-off.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? But
Speaking of which, Survivor Series. I know we've got TLC this Sunday, but putting that to one side, I just wanted to directly speak about Jinder's bit
Well, I
on
was-
SmackDown.
oh,
Now, he challenges Brock. Now, before we get into what fucking stupidity that is, here's a guy who comes out and he's like, I want to challenge Brock Lesnar, I'm going to take you on, blah, blah, blah. AJ Styles comes out and then suddenly he's a coward.
no. Let's talk about the AJ Styles
There's
bit.
no consistency.
Let's talk about the AJ Styles bit, right? Because I fucking pissed myself. AJ Styles came out, right? If he's going to go for the title, that's okay, right? I'm cool with that. 'Cause he-
That's
Yes, he but because
okay,
it's
that's
champion
fine.
versus champion.
I know, but I mean after Survivor Series, but we can see Jinder holding this to WrestleMania. Let's be honest. It's gonna
Oh,
happen.
God.
Oh, it
Can he
scares
do
me
that?
about
What
the-
I found funny, right? What I found funny was the fact he goes, "You haven't beaten me." Jinder has beaten AJ Styles when he was the champion. It's the whole Roman Reigns Finn Balor thing again, and I'm sitting there like, who the fuck's writing this part for
Aye,
Road
who's
Dogg?
writing?
Who's right?
Oh, you didn't
Road Dogg's
know.
too fucking stoned to get any
Do you know what I mean? I'm
consistency
like,
at it.
this wasn't long ago, so everybody knows he did beat him.
I squinted my head a wee bit and I was
Aye.
like, wait,
It was
what?
like a month ago. He beat him.
Aye.
It was like a tag match. He beat him, and I'm sitting there and I'm
Aye,
like,
well,
you're
it's
having
all
a
one-on-one,
fucking
isn't it?
laugh.
Aye, but he should have specified that, because
He
then you're
should
going to
have.
get pedants like Will.
Yep.
Questioning
You're
it.
going to get fucking marks like me. It's going to pinpoint where you're rang.
Amen.
Cause he road
Mark,
dog.
Mark.
Yep,
Mark.
Mark. But it's cause he road dog. I'll fucking blame him for the writing.
Blame
Good.
everything.
'Cause it's his fault.
He's the Jeff Jarrett of WWE.
He is.
Aye.
He absolutely is. But
Coincidentally, remember how they two were together? That was awful. The roadie being with my baby tonight. Who'd have thought so much shit would have came out of that? It was bad enough in the first fucking place. Anyway.
but my thing with Jinder is I don't think that they're having him lost to Brock Lesnar 2 weeks before they go to India.
Well, the other, do you know, this is what I was going to say. There's going to be one or two things, right? This is the two ways it's going to go, right? There will not be any other option. First of all, you're going to get, right, this is the first possibility. Your SmackDown champion looks like a fucking jabroni. He's having his wee pals get thrown around like fucking frisbees by Brock Lesnar. Number two, and this is the one that I'm leaning towards. You're getting a repeat of Brock versus Goldberg.
Oh, fuck.
Because no one would fucking see it coming. Everybody's sitting there expecting Jinder to get squashed. Jinder, match starts, one of them distracts Heyman, one of them distracts Brock. Jinder does whatever his finisher is, pins him, and runs like fuck.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah,
Because knowing wins and pushing
Kevin Brock
Jinder. Wow.
I think you're right. I think that's what.
So they are.
I think they're going to do a thing with Brock where Survivor Series is his downfall. Like, there's just something about that pay-per-view because it was last year at Survivor Series we had Goldberg as well, and I think they're doing this to plant the seed of Brock can be beaten so that when it comes up to Brock versus Roman,
the other thing is,
it's more believable.
This is like we all seen how Vince was like Roman was his last. Well, it seems to be his last chance to make a guy, right? Which is why he's sticking with him so fucking much. But I'm wondering if he's maybe decided I can make something out of this guy to try and prove someone wrong or prove himself right or something, where he will.
But that I don't think that because
this is how Vince sees it. This isn't how people with common sense see it.
No, but Vince usually when he tries to make some of his guys like Cena, they are always on Raw. So
Cena,
he has
first
to
year was SmackDown where he made the name. He was on SmackDown because he won the US belt against the Big Show in the WrestleMania Open. Then he won the title from JBL, who'd ran for a year with it. Then he moved to Raw with the belt.
I feel like
SmackDown's the place to build people. Raw's the place to present them as the complete package.
True.
That's the way it's always worked with the brand split.
And now they've got NXT as well. They train the guys and then they teach them how to do what they've got to do on SmackDown. SmackDown's where they really start taking off running, and then you move to Raw, and that's where.
But can you see?
Can
you see Jinder moving to Raw? No, you.
I think Vince can.
He can.
But I think it's going to be more like what they did with JBL, right? You've got that year-long title run where he wins in really screwy ways, and then he drops the belt at Mania, and then he's just mid-card forever. And he gets bumped between the shows as needed to fill a gap. You know,
most likely.
Exactly. So, yes, Jinder will be on Raw, but it'll never be the man. You're not going to get Roman versus Jinder at a pay-per-view.
I mean, I'm still...
Fucking Jinder versus Brock, like, I would not be surprised at this point, and I genuinely think Jinder's winning. Like, I genuinely, in my heart of hearts, think some...
You wouldn't be shocked. That's the thing. They've done it. Look what they've done with Nakamura. Randy Orton I don't care about because he phoned it in. But Nakamura won, pin and clean.
Oh,
so I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if he does a 50-second pin on Brock Lesnar.
Do you know, this is what I'm expecting. Maybe the match will go a minute at most between the bell ringing and the final pin.
I think there's got to be something like the Singh brothers are there. There's always an option to do something fucking surprising and scary when you've got two lackeys.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be the excuse for it.
Mhm.
What I think is going to happen is that maybe Jinder beats Brock, but that he is only holding the title, let's say, after the India tour, then drops it, gets into whatever mid-card, maybe below that.
If we're lucky, he drops it round about Rumble time, and we get like a quality main event at Mania.
Like some of you said earlier, I don't think he's going to be another guy, because the difference between him and Roman is, with Roman, his wins was kind of right because he's popular with the kids, so he sells his merch really well, at least. Like half a year ago. It dropped now.
Oh yeah, he's still one of the top earners, absolutely. I mean, who the fuck wants a t-shirt that says Jinder with the Taj Mahal?
Aye, right.
and
he's got a fucking Space Needle or some shit.
Martin, does he even have merch right now?
Yes, he's got a t-shirt that says Jinder with the Taj Mahal on it.
Behind it.
I'm not even kidding.
He finally got something.
He's had it for like 3 months or something.
But even Vince should notice that in India, the subscriptions for the network went down. Like,
there was something I was reading the other day. Right now, obviously, the national sport in India is cricket, right?
Yeah.
Like when the big names over there play cricket, the country literally comes to a stop. Bus drivers will stop driving. Trains will stop on the rails so they can put their radios on and listen to whatever the fuck's happening in that god-awful, boring, hideous so-called sport.
Is it a sport?
WWE is like it's more of a sort of extravagant extra film. I mean, in Indian culture, they've had wrestling for years, but it was very different to what amateur wrestling was in the West, and very, very different to what pro wrestling is now. The WWE network's a luxury, and in India there might be a lot of people, but there aren't any truly rich people.
Yeah.
There's like a very small handful, and they're usually like older types that are in charge of the country. Even like someone who you could probably regard as well off in terms of income has a quality of life there, which compared to America and Europe is quite frankly shite.
Yeah.
You know, they still need to walk like miles to get, in some cases, to get water. So, I mean, some people, the money situation there, like even if you've got a decent income, people will walk miles to save 10 rupees or whatever the fuck it is they spend there.
No, you're right.
I really can't remember the name of the currency.
It's rupees,
right?
aye, because there's
okay.
Because like now you're talking about just like speaking of income, like even I can't remember what the fuck I was watching, but like even one job, there was a job. Now I could be wrong with like say how much it was they get paid, but I remember how much it cost. And see, for you could be taking a home cooked meal from the person's house to their work, and say you've got to go on 2 trains, right?
Aye. That's a fortune.
It cost 20 rupees to 30 rupees, which is equivalent to something like 15 pence.
Aye.
Okay.
To us, do you know what I mean? So it's like to them, there's fuck all there.
Aye. But the thing I'd read was, one of the examples was given, like a sort of upper middle class family, if they could save 10 whatever on fresh fruit and veg at a place that was 2-3 miles away, they're going to take that walk to save the money. They're not going to go and spend the equivalent price for the network monthly because they can't afford it.
It's not even that.
And Jinder's not going to change that.
It's not even that. Let's just say they're doing it the shady way. You've still got, you can save your money on that, but
well, that's the other thing though. Like if you're making that kind of money, you're not going to pay for a specific internet service. You're going to be paying for the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know what kind of infrastructure India has, but let's be honest, a lot of it is pretty rural, and I'm going to bet good money that none of that's fibre optic outside maybe Delhi or whatever.
No, you're right.
I'm probably showing how ignorant I am.
Only in the main cities.
No, but you're right, Martin. That's just the way the world is, and it doesn't matter. Like putting this belt on Jinder for years, never going to change that because it's all down to the financial structure.
And of course, from what we've seen, if anything, it's making it worse.
Yes.
Yeah, but even the rich people that watch WWE cancel their subscriptions because Jinder is champion, Vince, this should ring a bell.
Do you know the thing is though? Is see just on terms of like backdown, they should have sent him to India to do all this touring stuff.
Aye.
Like months ago, they should have like had just kept.
As soon as he won it, kind of thing, punt him over there.
If they can't afford a fucking flight to India, do you know what I mean? For them and a flight back.
Well, the thing,
a bunch of stuff, and every week they should have had something that just made them look like a fucking star in India.
Well, sorry, Kirsty, sorry.
Like doing that, no, because he did look like a fucking star when he went there. Like people were losing their goddamn.
That's what I was going to bring up. I was going to bring
WWE's cameras though.
Aye,
what they're filming and staging is different from the reality of it. I mean, sorry, just the other thing I wanted to remind you of. Remember after the Punjabi prison match, and Kali held up the belt, the next day all the newspapers were showing Great Kali wins title.
Aye.
You know?
But they should have done, because from my point of view, just watching him go to India, like obviously I keep up with the dirt sheets and people are unsubscribing in India, like people are not happy. But the way they manipulate it, what they present to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Like
last SmackDown.
Like
wow.
They should have done that They should have done that the minute he got that title, and they should have kept having them. Send them every 2 months to India, film some new shit, bring them back. WWE is not going to go broke on sending Jinder to India. I
mean, it's not even that. Did they know they signed a couple of female wrestlers for India as well? Triple H did when he was over
there.
Yeah. Yep.
There was a couple of them that were on the CWC as well. I think there was 2 Indian lasses.
And there's another issue with this entire thing, because Jinder is a heel, and the people in India don't want their culture and songs be booed the shit out of.
But then that's when it'll come down to how ignorant the other countries are. That's where they'll look at it, because he's a hero. It makes sense. It kind of makes sense in the fucked up world that it is. Be like,
the thing is, the other thing I was going to say,
India is kayfabe nation.
No, hold on.
But what I mean is,
people who post online are the kayfabe ones. They're the people that have got the money to spend, and probably, let's be honest, don't really have a clue about how much the world works, because their dad or their mother or whatever's making the cash, and they're there. Like, I mean, we're talking like the top 1% of India here, right? So you're going to get like teens and probably some adults, and then young kids who think it's real. But then your average punter is probably much more like us in that that's not real wrestling. We know it's not real wrestling. I mean, it doesn't take much doing to find out it's not real, you know?
Well, even
and if you're online, you're probably internet savvy and not that daft. But the ones that are posting to the WWE,
they're
Facebook, Twitter, and website are the same redneck kind of people that you get in the US who think it's real.
I mean, even look at the time I can't remember who. And Martin, I know I told you the story, but even like the place I used to work in, I had an apprentice, young boy from Pakistan. He loves the wrestling. He loves it. John Cena's the greatest thing ever. And me being me, just not thinking outside the box, because we've grew up in this, and when you knew it was fake and it was predetermined, it never turned us off. It was just like, right, you understand, right, okay, because it is a soap opera for adults. It's an action soap opera.
At least they're honest about it, unlike, say, football.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it was, see, when I told him, he was going on about John Cena winning something, and I said, no, he won't win that. They'll wait to the Rumble. That's when they'll do it. I said, he's going to do this and he'll do that, and that's the way it's going to be. And he looked at me as if I've told him Santa's no real.
Aye.
This was me. Like, this was my ma when she wasn't well, and I was shouting about fucking Shawn Michaels getting attacked, and my ma turning around and saying, for fuck's sake, Kirsty, it's no real. And I felt like Shawn Michaels had personally lied to me.
You're probably not the only person that's felt like that about Shawn Michaels, to be fair.
But like, genuinely, I was so upset. And I think that's the thing now, is WWE realises that at that point when they realise that it's like scripted and blah blah blah, that's when people tend to turn off. So they've got to be a lot more honest now and be like, it's predetermined, that's why they're getting into school.
Well, they've been honest about it for 25 years.
It's a lot more open now, and I think...
But it was.
Because like, if you take like to the Jim Cornette side, Jim Cornette hates the fact it's completely open. Do you know what I mean? There should be still secrets kept.
You've got to just fuck off. Like, see him as a prominent figure in wrestling is an embarrassment.
Kirsty, let's. I'll give you your moment here because
this isn't what I want to rant about.
No. But when I tell you, did you hear about him having his cock out on stage?
I did. No, it wasn't on stage. He had an interview.
It wasn't an interview.
Was it an interview?
It was on stage during a podcast.
Was it on stage? Right, it was a podcast. It was a podcast with Bruce Pritchard.
A live podcast, not recorded, might add. It's just Bruce Pritchard does his podcast. It's pretty good, by the way. I quite enjoy it. But anyway, they do live ones that aren't recorded, so you can tell stories that, you know, if you did it on air, you get sued. And the story, according to Cornette, is that there was pictures in front of him, and he was going to grab the Russo one and rip it. But of course, Bruce, being Bruce, he doesn't want to print off more shit, so he says to him, "Going to not rip that. I really can't be arsed printing off another one." So, and this is Cornette's word, jokingly, he goes to take his trousers down and pretend to do it. However, it went too far because he accidentally lowered them too far, he says.
Yeah.
He's a fucking...
now, the thing is, right,
he pissed on
totally.
Before that, he'd actually won a little bit of my respect back because at the same convention, he found Santino. And obviously, you know, about 12 years ago now, everybody knows the story of Santino laughing at the boogeyman when he was supposed to be keeping kayfabe. And Jim Cornette, being Jim Cornette, got pissed off about it, pulled Santino in his office to get in a heated argument. Cornette punched him. Cornette was fired by WWE because this was an OVW or whatever it was at the time. He gets fired. Now, this is like 12 years later. He happens to see Santino. He pulls the guy aside. He's like, "Look, I'm really sorry about this. I want to bury the hatchet," and offers to shake his hand. And, you know, bygones be bygones. Pretty mature, sensible way to deal with things. And that, I mean, I respected him for trying to do that because, I mean, they're not exactly guys that cross paths all the time. Santino's in Canada with his mixed martial arts academy. Cornette's in the southern US and all this.
He's not even into TNA anymore.
No, he was there for like a month, and then they were doing a show in Canada, and he's not allowed to travel up there because of something they got sued for years ago or something like that. Don't care. Point is, it was a classy thing to do, and not even 24 hours fucking later, he fucks it up.
This is the thing where he's a fucking like, as much as he tries, like as you say, like he'll go to his wife and be like, "I'm sorry about this, I'll do this," but to pull your fucking dick out in the middle of a live audience and piss on a picture of Vince Russo, you're a prominent figure in wrestling.
I wouldn't mind pissing over a picture of Vince Russo, but I'm not going to do it to an audience of like 200.
No.
In fact, I'm probably not even going to waste my piss. I'm just going to spit on it and continue with my life.
I was going to say, do it with a scrawny wee old dick.
Thank God the one I seen was censored. The censored bar was very small.
I didn't
very
even
small.
Watch it. I won't click
No, it was just a
picture.
Like him sitting there, I'm going to paint him.
Now, the thing is, though, as far as I'm concerned, he's just lost the right to voice any opinion about wrestling. I mean, he's got to say, Young Bucks are killing the business. You let your dick out and pissed on a black and white picture of a fucking New York clown shoe.
Like, this is what stresses me about him, is he's such a fucking hypocrite about everything.
Boom.
And it kills me. I'm like, you do not have the right to judge anybody, like, at all. And the fact that he constantly picks on, like, Bullet Club.
Oh, of course, he picks on the successful ones.
Aye. And I get that because it'll get him views, but my point is he constantly talks about the fucking doll with Omega, but will he bring up the fact that Ibushi's had like 8 matches with, that Cabana's had like this is an actual member of the roster? No, he won't. Will he bring up anybody else that does like flippy-do wrestling? No, really. But he will constantly target the Bucks because he knows that people like me, it will get a reaction at me, and I'm done being them.
So what you're saying is you're the problem?
Aye,
I'm of the problem.
You're the mark for the Bullet Club because they're fucking awful.
I fucking hate him. Like, he
Two low-hanging fruit there. Well, you need to pick a bit higher.
I know.
Pick a bit higher.
I know. She's no
Put some
biting.
effort in.
She's no
Put some
biting.
effort in.
Oh.
Do you know why? Because see, this week for fucking for Bullet Club stuff, it's been great. 4 fucking days of ROH, and I've been the happiest that I've been.
The events were shit, Kirsty. I actually watched
them?
that. I did watch it.
No,
I did. I watched that. It was absolutely fucking awful.
Really?
Awful.
What was the first match?
I can't remember. I remember.
Exactly. Because if you'd have watched it, you would have fucking remembered them because they were great. So,
it's just
not that Kirsty's biased.
I don't know Kirsty's biased. I'm trying to get her angry. I'm trying my best. I
don't know why you feel like you need to try. Just give her a rant. Come on, Kirsty rant time.
I think she had it.
Do you know what I really want to rant about? It's fucking Jimmy Jacobs.
Right. Before we do it, okay, guys, here is Kirsty's rant time. On you go.
The fucking audacity of WWE right now, by the way. People are leaving left, right, and centre. Jimmy Jacobs is the single greatest fucking writer on that team. I don't care what anybody says. Even, you know what?
No, he isn't.
I'll look up the new. And my fucking idea is, right? But he's the best.
It's debatable.
But the fucking... Listen, he got us through with the Festival of Friendship. That was Jimmy. Thank him. And Jericho, and obviously the fucking people that actually do it, right? But the actual writing of let's do this because everything else fucking sucks. Go team. But the fucking audacity of them. Listen.
Hey, on you go. I won't try and piss you off.
The fact his pals who he has worked with for the last 10 years. One of the reasons I'm assuming they hired Jimmy was because he was really, really fucking creative, but he was also a wrestler, therefore he understood wrestling. And the reason that they brought him up on SmackDown was because he knew all these guys, knew all their strengths, knows how to write for them because he's worked with them for fucking years. See, Seth Rollins, who the fuck was Seth Rollins before ROH? And Jimmy got him into ROH. The reason that you have, the Shield, see the fucking, even, Dean Ambrose, for instance, let's just talk about the Shield, the feud he had with John Moxley, oh my god, he knows these guys, him and Kevin had a fucking great run, he knows all of them, it's great, he knows their strengths, he knows their weaknesses. Also, the fact that they're it's unprofessional and you shouldn't be fucking going outside to take pictures with your pals. AJ Styles, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn less than a month ago cameoed in a fucking being the Elite. So what was the difference? Because this one was the Invasion. Apparently he had took time off for personal reasons about a month ago, and ever since then they've been looking for a reason to fire him, and it's fucking bullshit. And do you know what? I'm glad he showed back up ROH, because if Jimmy's anything, Jimmy is petty as fuck. And I send him, go back to ROH, go to the Indies. I don't care if you write. See, to be honest, I'd love for him to write for ROH. I think it'd be great. But just having Jimmy in ROH again with his wee unprofessional wrestling t-shirt on, did he release a statement? No. Did he do a shoot interview? No. Jimmy brought out a fucking t-shirt because he's going to monetize your bullshit, WWE. Fuck you. I'm so fucking angry. I don't understand why one picture, one fucking picture is what you're going to fight. They're pals. They've been pals for a fucking... Oh!
See, the thing is, though, Kirsty, the thing is, his writing is almost as credible as Chris Hero's wrestling ability.
What ability?
Listen. You listen here. Jimmy
I'm listening.
Be tapped it. Jimmy can talk amazingly.
Everybody
Jimmy can evidently write.
Jimmy's only problem is that he wasn't smart enough to put lifts in his shoes.
So, see if Jimmy Jacobs was half a foot taller, Jimmy Jacobs wouldn't have been writing.
He'd be more than that. He's 5'7".
But you're right, Kirsty.
I thought he was 5'9".
There was apparently there was backstage heat. There was backstage heat, and they were looking for a reason to get shot at him. Now, if this was,
he was one of the there was something that actually I'm going to see if I can look it up. There was something that one of the other people that work in WWE tweeted out, and it was a couple. You know how you tweet one tweet and then you comment on your own shit, and it's a thread. A guy Faye backstage on Twitter wrote this pure massive thing.
Hello?
And I'm going to see if I can find it.
Right,
All I heard was the guy from backstage.
I know we lost her there for a second. No, but like while you're hunting for that, right, Flo, Mark, I'm going to ask you this, right, just on a similar opinion, because we've still got the Nia Jax thing with the Bubba Ray thing. There's still a few things we've got to go through. The DX invasion in WCW, right?
That tank that totally wasn't a Jeep with a fucking toilet roll tube in the back of it.
Yep, right. What? So the Click, right now, if, bear in mind what happened to Triple H, because he was still shoveling shit at the time. That was around about the time he had to shovel shit.
No, that was after that.
Was that after?
That was after that.
Right.
DX and all that was well after he was finished his shoveling.
Do you think, say a lesser one, say it was X-Pac, right? Just say X-Pac, because nobody else likes him. Do you think he would have got sacked back in that day if it was kind of like the same idea?
Well, I'm trying to think.
I think WWE or...
No one from WCW was daft enough to come out and engage them.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
But the context is completely different because it was two massive companies battling for control of the airwaves.
Yes.
Yeah, and this was this
was some guys who rented a limo and had a phone camera.
We're just pretending to visit some old friends.
See, if guys on the indies sold half as much as WWE are for that Bullet Club so-called invasion, the indies would be a very different place. And Jim Cornette would probably enjoy them.
Especially, New Japan sells a lot, but not quite get up to WWE in the money department.
I wasn't talking about money. I'm talking about like selling in a match. WWE are selling what the Bullet Club done. If they just ignored it, it would go away.
Big enough. They're making it out to be this fucking. They're firing people. People.
And it's making it a bigger deal than what it actually was, because what it actually was 5 guys in a rented car with a mobile phone and some t-shirts.
And a megaphone.
Not a fucking production truck, a fucking Jeep, and 5 fairly well-known guys who are on the TV every week.
Backstage heat.
They were just having fun, nothing more.
I'll be backstage heat.
It was a PR stunt, and you know what? It's paid off better than they could even have predicted, because I guarantee not one of those guys thought WWE are going to go crazy over this. They're just going to ignore it, and that'll be that, but we'll get our episode.
Cody probably knew.
Well, look at the things they're doing, right? Okay, so you've got the restraining orders on the Young Bucks, right? For what is it now? Is it just one suite or something?
2 suite. So they made that 1 suite.
My favourite thing.
It's just too lame.
So you've got all that, right? We know. They do take away certain posters, right? If people bring them in, right? I'm not saying offensive
also
ones.
T-shirts, of course.
Bullet
just
Club
T-shirts.
I'm telling you right now. I mean, how many weeks have we seen Bullet Club T-shirts right in the front row?
There's too many.
That will stop.
There's too many for them to stop.
That's the thing. Is they can't see if I go
to a
Kirsty, and I'm
Kirsty,
wearing...
they'll try it. They will
There's
try
too
it.
many T-shirts for it.
Then they can give me a T-shirt for in there for free if they don't.
That's what they do, but there's too many people wearing these T-shirts for them to justify the expense of covering everyone in them up.
So, Kirsty, they'll give you a gender T-shirt. Would you wear it?
No, that's when my money.
They'll get a Roman T-shirt. They'll always get a Roman T-shirt. Or if there's that many, they'll move them to the hard camera side so you can't see them.
I'd lose my mind. WWE doesn't get to tell me what I wear.
But they
do if you go to their event though. It does say that on the.
Remember, they've done that to somebody dressed as Hulk Hogan. This is bearing in mind in the time when all the controversy came out of what he said.
And I still think it's bullshit. How can
but it says on the ticket they've got the right to refuse entry.
And they can refuse my entry, but I can quite assure you I'd be kicking up a fucking fuss about it.
Do you really think they give a shit?
They
don't.
Lose my mind.
They don't.
I know they don't, but it's the principle of the idea that they think that they own us enough as fans that they can go, you're not wearing that T-shirt. Who the fuck do you think you are to tell me what I'm ordinarily wearing?
I mean, because what they're saying...
You think they're WWE?
I mean, because if you've been reading some of the things as well, I mean, like they're saying like there's a lot of WWE... personnel that's unhappy.
Do you know how long I plan outfits for? Like in my head, how far? Easily about 2 months, and for them to get everything done, because I don't go out that much as you know. I go to work, I come back, I watch wrestling, and then every other wee while I'll go to a wrestling show. So I have time to plan and see for some wee arsehole to walk up to me and go, sorry, management aren't they happy that you're wearing a belt? Who the fuck?
Well, Kirsty,
and then you'll be chucked out.
Well, Kirsty, you're 5', you can heedle them in the balls and that'll be okay.
Kick them in the ankle.
I mean, what I was reading, because like bringing it in Nia Jax one, because we'll finish on the Bubba Ray, because obviously that was the retirement for him. But the thing with like there's so many WWE creative and personnel and the wrestlers are unhappy with WWE, and now looking at Cody Rhodes and that, you can go indie and make the exact same money that
or better.
Yeah, even more.
But what's the guarantee?
And I think that's
happen?
what's worrying WWE right now is the fact that Cody's went out and he's absolutely fine. Like nothing.
Cody.
I
I would say Cody's the one example that's like, yeah, totally. But then look at other ones. Look at like say Evan Bourne.
Evan Bourne's on the indies I watch Evan Bourne.
But is he doing as well money wise as Cody Rhodes?
He's getting PWG money, like.
But I'm talking about Cody Rhodes. I don't
know.
know.
This is Cody Rhodes, but the thing is Evan Bourne went out as Matt Sydal and was absolutely fine. He was getting bookings. Fuck, Ryback went out and was getting bookings.
Ryback,
Cameron was going out and getting
but
bookings.
they're not getting Cody Rhodes money. That's what I'm saying. The money. It's the money I'm talking about, where you can go, do you know what? I get more than WWE.
But that's the thing is, see, if like Neville has connections in Japan.
Yeah.
Neville's got to be fine.
Neville be fine.
Has PWG connections.
That's
Neville's got it.
But what did Evan Bourne?
What
did Evan Bourne do in WWE part for a tag team championship? That's all I'm saying. If you look at what they've
he got
done,
some high profile matches, but Evan Bourne's biggest problem was himself.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody knew where he was for a month, and it turned out he was in a Japanese jail because he stupidly tried to take some weed oil with him for his fucking what do you call vape? Aye. I mean, nobody knew where he was for a month. Now he's banned from Japan for life. He just cut himself off a lot of money.
Ryback's only relevant because of some of the stupid shit he says. I mean, he done it this.
Good on him. He's smart enough to say it.
He done it this week again. about women.
Get some attention, didn't it?
Aye, it did. Women wrestling fans.
I mean, I'm not saying that what he's saying is right or has any merit to it.
No, he's a
but
fucking
he knows
arsehole.
how to keep himself relevant, even if it's by sounding completely irrelevant.
I know, fucking he created.
It's a gimmick.
It is a gimmick. Like people are looking at Russo and Cornette and going, "This is a gimmick."
Aye, it is. Everybody's got a gimmick, and they're all going to just keep getting more and more ridiculous as time goes on.
I mean, the thing is, though, even with some of the things, right? Okay, the Nia Jax one, everybody's saying, "Oh, she's leaving," and then it's turned out it's personal reasons. It's personal reasons.
But what does that mean, though? Like,
it could be anything.
A personal reason is she's not getting paid enough and sick of the place.
It could. That was what
Remember,
people.
Tom Phillips is on assignment.
That's what people were saying.
Right
I mean, it could be anything. It could be.
Guys, pause.
So, like you're saying, Martin, it's like money and stuff, and she's shouting hello. I don't know who she's shouting hello to, but you're saying like money, and it's the way the creative has gone for her.
Well, she had that so-called split with Alexa, and where did that lead?
Exactly. I mean,
be best pals again the next week.
I mean,
exactly. Bullshit. No consistency at the writing once again.
I mean, because like you're getting like some of the ones. It's like, oh, it's done this, it's done that. She's safe. Do you know what I mean?
She's the Rock's cousin.
She's the Rock's cousin. I thought maybe family. That's what I was thinking, because she has got children. Do you know what I mean? But aye, she's got children.
Do you know that?
No, she's got children. But it's the whole. I mean, how many times have I said the belt should have been put on her? The belt should have been put on her.
She should have been a champion. Like at the start of the year, I was like, she's still a bit green, but in leaps and bounds as she came on, and that title should have well been on her, like before now.
Instead,
and the thing is she's probably seen Asuka coming up and knowing that Asuka's going to.
Oh, she'll get the belt.
Like go straight. to the
she's
top.
going to get the belt after a squash or two.
She's going to get the belt. I mean, people are moaning about, but why would you want to see Asuka and Nia Jax?
It was a great match.
Well, that's it. Some people are arguing the point it wasn't. These are the people who was on that Facebook page I was talking about that are completely wrong and always fuck up their all things.
That match was great.
I found it was good.
That had wrestling, people were getting kicked in the face.
like I said with the Emma side, not trying to poo-poo Emma, because you want to see her do well. It's just the way WWE book her. It's a squash match. Let's be honest, it's a squash.
She's getting fed to Asuka, and that's
and that's
I think I said, I don't know if I said it to you or if I said it to Matt, but I feel as if they're using Emma the way they used Dolph Ziggler to bring. They're a solid wrestler. It'll be a solid match.
That sort of link between the two.
And we'll bring them straight up, and
it'll be interesting to see on Sunday. It'll be interesting to see. But final topic.
We've been not talking about Kevin and Sammy being fantastic. I feel like we should be.
They were. There we go.
They were great.
Fair enough.
Best ending to SmackDown in years.
That was it.
Hold me tight.
That's what was hysterical.
Hold me tight. There was
apart from two together. Marry this, please.
But apart from that, I just found SmackDown meh. It was the same with Raw. Apart from the Shield, I found it meh.
Even Fashion Files is a bit.
Well, I want to bring that up. Actually, I want to bring that up. I want to quickly bring that up for a second, right before we talk about Bubba Ray.
It's up.
See this website, this Facebook page. Creative were going to stop Fashion Files because it is not as interesting or as funny as what people are making it out to be. Creative does not like it.
Really?
According
I think
to
creative
them,
is just a code word for Road Dog.
According
He's probably sitting there going, I don't get this. Bearing
in mind, Flo, this is the same people that, again, on Facebook, show the shite that people are now calling them out for. And it's actually quite funny to watch it because it's like, use their internet marks, just like us, we're fans of wrestling, but if you're going to be serious about something, back up with evidence, back up with this, don't bullshit and say if you don't like it and then you're coming up with this fucking story because you've heard it through that. Now, I've read the dirt sheets and I've tried to find this. I cannot find anything on the fucking Fashion Files. Nothing apart from backstage love it.
Vince loves it. Like, Vince loves a good comedy spot, and like this, you know for a fact he loves this.
Aye.
The Pulp Fiction one was
I did enjoy their background jokes. All the different Misters were just Cena's.
With different t-shirts on.
And Mr. Blonde was prototype Cena.
I giggled so many.
I mean,
the boards are always great.
I felt the Pulp Fiction one was a bit. I think it's because of how good the other ones were. I mean, you're looking at Twin Peaks and that they were the best.
That Twin Peaks one was classic.
I think as well because they built it up like the Pulp Fiction coming and then it was like, shit. And then it wasn't on the SmackDown, wasn't on the pay-per-view. It wasn't on, like, do you know what I mean? They pushed it back, so I was like, they must be adding more to it. This is great.
No.
And then it was just a normal Fashion Files. I was like, oh.
I mean,
although the Ascension getting that sympathetic babyface heat might be the best thing ever.
Love the Ascension in this role.
The Ascension's brilliant, and I'm enjoying it. It is really entertaining, and I can see why, like, if really people don't like it. But it's at the same time, don't bullshit on it.
Like, see on this, like, 2B thing, which is obviously the Bludgeon Brothers at this point.
Can I just say, is that just like somebody went, people really like Southpaw Regional Wrestling? People really like WWE? Let's put the two together in the stupidest way possible. I mean, here, take these toy hammers. I'm half expecting fucking Eric Rowan to bash Fandango over the head and for it to fucking squeak.
That's what I was thinking as well. That's what it is. It's totally that.
I really want the Ascension to be like to help them try because
the Ascension have already solved it, which I found hilarious, and then Breeze immediately talks over them to shut them up so he can keep doing it. To be
a continuing gag though, where like the Ascension work things out dead quickly, trying to be their pals. Look, this is it, and they're like, no, I'm stupid. I want this to continue. I really want it.
Well, it's working, and that's the thing. It's entertainment, and we all agree it's funny as fuck. I mean, even if you look at the live show, the pay-per-view, all three is because I think Martin, you were off at that time. We went muted, because we wanted to see it. Do you know what I mean? We wanted to laugh at it.
Everybody be quiet. The Fashion Files.
That's how much it means to us.
I think that's perfect.
It means so much, the Fashion Files. But yeah, right, finishing off, Bubba Ray is now, looks like, officially retired in the way we've done it.
Yes, I was surprised, but now, and Kirsty will tell you the same, when we were at Ring of Honor in Edinburgh,
Cool.
now, I'd been really put off Bubba Ray because of that last WWE run of the Dudleys, because it was fucking awful.
Oh, it was shite.
And do you know that way, like, I was preparing pretty much for my piss break because Bubba's coming out. And by the time I came back, the match is still on. And then I got really into it. And then, table breaks, blah, blah, blah. He brings a kid in to the ring, much like he did in his retirement speech, gives the kid a bit of a table. Gave a really nice, heartfelt speech about how much he enjoyed being there and all that. And he won me over again. It reminded me why I fucking loved the Dudleys when I was younger.
See,
he was showing that spark again that was completely missing from WWE.
Yeah, I love
you go for.
His entire Indies run with TNA before returning to WWE, and then because at TNA he got really good mic skills, and then after he left WWE, his solo run was just
right,
I loved it.
Right, before Kirsty speaks, because we know Kirsty's probably going to eat up about 20 minutes about ROH. Right, I'll say my piece. I still think he's a dick.
All right.
No. I'm only joking. No, it's like I was never a fan of the Dudleys, and it's like, well, it's nice to see how he did retire. I thought it was a cool way how to do it. And like even signing the table and like giving it away. That was cool. That was genuine as fuck, and I really enjoyed it. I just growing up, I was never a fan of the Dudleys. I was always Edge and Christian when it was
of course,
day free, and but I never watched TNA. So I can't even comment what he was like as Bully Ray. All I know was
he was damn good.
All I know is a lot of people didn't like him. That was it. That was it.
Apparently, as an actual human, he's quite a dickhead and like quite outspoken. But as somebody that's quite outspoken and most people think's a dickhead, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Like you do you.
It's not like he's whipping his dick out and pissing and things.
Exactly, he's no Jim Cornette.
On screen being that much.
That's a joke, yes.
But he'd said for ages, like apparently he also got offered the contract backstage with WWE, and he didn't want to take it because
originally he was going to get the Bully Ray run in WWE, and for whatever reason they just changed their minds, and that was when he went.
And he went
because he promised them it for ages and ages. The day of it rolls around, Devon's taking his agent role, and then they just change their mind out of nowhere, which is a shame because Bully Ray in WWE, that would have been great. Just for a few months, like one last run doing that, and that's what he wanted.
That's all I wanted to hear him say, which is I think why he would just have went. Definitely wanted to be with ROH for ages, because see when he signed, like with the first night he showed up in New York,
he was the complete opposite of how he had been in WWE.
He was so rejuvenated and excited. I was like, this is the guy that I really enjoy watching.
This is the guy you wanted to see. This is the guy that used to be in WWE after they got rid of the Stuttering Dudleys thing.
And so when he came out and he said he was like, I always thought we'd be a dead good fit talking about ROH, like the wee boy gained like talking to it was lovely. And even if he is an arsehole, at least he's an arsehole that can like has some morals and was like doing something, because that wee Wayne will never forget that ever. And like when people think he's retirement, that's what they're going to think of, and it's great.
I mean, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. That's why I think it's genuine. It's genuinely nice. As much as I'm not a fan, but I think that's nice what he done. Because
I grew up on, like, I was always a Hardy Boys fan, but I always grew up. They three teams were like my life. Them and Shawn Michaels. Like that was everything to me as a win. So I've always I never liked him because I was always a Hardy Boys fan, but I always respected him. And like, know how that way when you're a win, you know they're good.
Aye.
Like they're no some shitty jobber. Like you still understand the petting order as a win. Like they're dead good.
Aye, exactly. I mean, not one of those teams who were in any of the TLCs or the first TLC runs.
Yeah, the first
trilogy or so.
Yeah.
Aye.
Everybody respected them. Everybody
were amazing. Aye. And they're the reason that I love High Spots and Silly Desplin.
And ROH.
Entirely.
Fucking and here's Will Dillon, Scotland's answer to Jim Cornette.
Yep. Except I'm not going to whip my dick out.
Well, it is. We just don't know he is because it's no a virtual podcast for once. Thank God.
But no, I think we've hit everything this week because there was a lot of fucking topics we had to go through.
Did we talk about Sammy and Kevin?
Yes, we did. We said it was good.
I said it was
Briefly,
good.
I mean,
And they
we did a great job.
I didn't hear it.
Next week we'll go in more in depth to them, but it was a highlight of the week. And if we're going to talk about them, we need a lot more time to do it.
Because there was so much, with everybody wanting to leave, all these rumours, it's like, oh, fucking hell, man. It was a good week for wrestling news. Just the product wasn't yeah, the news was more important than the product, I think.
I mean, product elsewhere have been on point as fuck this week. I've had
not listening, Kirsty.
The other thing I was going to say was, we touched on it earlier with the audience. SmackDown was full for the first time properly. And I mean an actual sellout, and that's because of Sammy and Kevin.
That's what I was saying, Martin. This is where this Facebook group, fuck it, I'm just going to call them out, 434, stealing my fucking gimmick and fucking my YouTube channel. But they bullshit all the time, and like I said, like fans were like, "No, we're here. Look, it's full."
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, fuck you.
It's amazing what happens when you book people that people actually want to see. We have all been dying for Sammy to get a good run, and now seeing him, see even when he's taking the piss out of his own entrance, but still looks gleefully, deliriously happy. It's just working for me, and I've never seen a heel Sammy. I don't think, like a proper heel Sammy. So I'm excited to see what he can do because it's new and exciting.
It'll be interesting to see SmackDown next week. I'm looking forward to SmackDown. And of course, on Sunday, we have the pay-per-view TLC.
And the predictions were Will finally give up his paper championship.
Yep, because it was a draw. And I retained due to Martin's rules.
I did the rules. I'm not arguing with the rules. I never lost that thing.
So we will
screwed me.
We'll be live throughout the kickoff show. Please join us. We'll do the predictions then. Me, Martin, Kirsty, and Flo will be there. And throughout the night, I think, Martin, are you joining throughout the show?
I will be there.
I know Kirsty can't be. She will be working the next day. Flo, will you be there?
Of course.
There's your triple commentating team. We're going to have a laugh and take a piss out of wrestling as always. So please tune in that night. Also, be sure to check out VidMe as well. Smacked Up Wrestling will be there as well. We're going to be putting 2 shows on that. Every time we do one, it will be uploaded to that as well. So if you're a fan of VidMe, that will be there. Please sub there as well. Also, check out the Smacked Up Wrestling account, Facebook, and SU Wrestle on Twitter. As always, guys, thank you for listening. We will see you Sunday night for TLC. I've been Will.
And I've been Kirsty.
I've been Flo.
And I had something for this, but I forgot it. No, I was just going to say, I just want to point out the wee booking, right?
Right.
And it's something for you to think about. So, on Raw, we're cheering for 3 guys who spent last week beating the piss out of everyone and leaving them for dead. And this week, hung a man upside down. But in SmackDown, we've to boo a man who saved his best friend from his near homicidal boss, who tried to kill him by jumping on him from 20 feet up in the air. Think about that.
I'll cheer everybody. I'll cheer everybody.
You're cheering nothing.
So
it was miserable.
So guys, we'll see you Sunday. Have a great time. Remember, like and sub Smacked Up Wrestling on YouTube as well. Thank you, and we'll see you Sunday.
Cheerio.
Bye.
Bye.